Hey Rogelio, my name is Kyle. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you could do today to bring in more high quality HVAC jobs to your business. Now, I know you're probably sitting there thinking like, all right, man, why would some marketing guy be doing this for free? And what's the catch, right? Here's the deal. Most HVAC guys are out there way too busy running calls, doing jobs to really understand how the internet works. And honestly, man, you've probably been through your fair share of marketing experts who really don't understand anything about your business. So what I found is that by giving HVAC guys a free blueprint of actual things they can take and implement, some of them end up saying, you know what? I like you, Kyle. Dude, just handle this technical stuff for me so I could just focus on what I do best, okay? So by the end of this video, you can see that I have the technical know-how to get you more service calls and jobs. Then just shoot me a message back and we can chat, okay? Or if you want to take this free blueprint and tackle it yourself, that works for me too, all right? But now let me jump in and show you 3 things you could do to set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine, okay? So the first thing we're going to start off with here is content. Now, before I actually jump into that, when I searched up your business name, I actually didn't see a website for you guys at all. As a matter of fact, I see that you're paying Thumbtack and you're on Yelp. I'm not sure if you're actually paying for Yelp. But essentially, just to inform you in terms of what happens with this is essentially, apps like Thumbtack, Yelp, they're basically taking all of the traffic that you have. So all the people that search your business name or HVAC services, and they sell those leads right back to you. Okay. So not only is this video going to help you show you how to save money, okay, to get more leads, but also it's going to show you how to grow your business, grow your brand, and get more referrals. So that way people are finding you instead of, going through Thumbtack and hitting up 3 other contractors before they talk to you and honestly just start price shopping, right? You don't want that. So this is going to be super, super key to doing that. And since you actually don't have a website, I'm going to show you your biggest competitor here, okay, to give you a better look, which is Greeley Furnace Company, who's currently stealing most of those high quality jobs in the area because they have a website ranking at that top spot, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to see how many words they have on their front page. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, okay, Kyle, that's great, but why are you doing that, right? Well, typically to rank number 1 and qualify for those high quality jobs, you want to have at least around 1,500 words on your front page, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to copy all the words that they currently have from top to bottom. We're going to go to a word counter here and paste it in. And it looks like right now they have a little bit over 1,600 words, which is pretty solid, all right? But what does this mean? This actually ain't a bad thing. This literally means your competitor is beatable by just putting a little bit more effort with their content, okay? Now, there's this tool I use. It's called Ahrefs. It's a few $100s a month, but essentially what it does is it gives me the behind the scenes details of exactly what Google's looking at when it comes to ranking a site. And what we're going to do is we're going to see what you guys actually show up here for when people are searching for HVAC services here in the area, okay? So we'll start with Greeley Furnace Company first. We're going to put their website into here. We're going to go to keywords. Now, by the way, what is a keyword? It's basically what people are typing into Google, okay? So as you can see, they're showing up on the top spot or the front page for HVAC Greeley, furnace repair Greeley, local AC repairs, furnace installation, ductless mini splits, right? And many, many, many more, okay? And if you look at the traffic here, do you see how it says, 58, 30, 30, 20, 20, 20? So they're getting at least around 500 people just in Greeley alone clicking on their website and looking for their HVAC services specifically, okay, which is actually really solid, okay? Now, for you, without actually having a website, you guys actually wouldn't show up for anything at all, okay? So if you want to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition here in the area, then you want to have at least around 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords, okay? Super, super key to claiming those high quality jobs, all right? Now, the second thing I'm going to show you here is going to be citations. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, dude, what is a citation and why does it even matter, right? Well, typically, when anybody searches anything on Google, let's just say, for example, HVAC Greeley, right? There's actually research done from Google that about 40% of people are going to click right here on this map pack. And do you see how A1 Heating is currently showing up number one, even though they don't even have the most reviews? This is not because of their reviews, okay? It's not because they have a big company or pretty pictures on there or anything like that. It's because they have the most citations, all right? Now, what are those? That is your business name, address, and phone number listed consistently across the internet. Now, I know you might be thinking, well, all right, that's cool, but how do I get those, right? Well, what you want to do is you want to post your business name, address, and phone number in industry-related directories. This could be like, Yelp, Yellow Pages, City Star, Yahoo Local, right? These are all directories you want to be in. And your competitors are currently in more of these than you guys are. So to get into the game, you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to show Google in the areas you serve that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC. And when you do show up on the top spot on the map pack, then we actually add about 50 to 100 more directories. So once you're there, it takes your competitors a long time to catch back up. Okay, so super, super important to get this dialed in. And now that you know how to, let me show you the real moneymaker, all right, which would be backlinks. Now, why do I say that? Because again, 40% of people are going to click on this map pack. Okay, but actually about 60% of people are going to click on one of these first few websites that they see. And when I search for, HVAC Greeley, repair, installation, really anything like that, I don't see you guys pop up here at all. Okay, kind of going back to what we were talking about earlier. So to get into the game, when you create your website, you're going to need backlinks. That is other relevant websites linking back to your website. Okay. It's kind of like online referrals. And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. For example, let's say, you have a local blog page or, maybe even an industry site linking back to you, and that's perfect. That's amazing. But obviously, if you're an HVAC guy and you have, McDonald's linking back to you, that ain't so great, right? Because you don't sell burgers. So let's go ahead and go back to Ahrefs here and let's see what backlinks your competitor currently has that's getting them to that top spot, okay? So click on backlinks. And it looks like right now they have about 257 backlinks, which is actually pretty beatable, all right? But again, how do we get these? How do we beat them? Well, essentially what we do is we go down this entire list of links and match the same exact links for your business or your website, so that way you guys show up at that number one spot, okay? So I want you to understand at this point, claiming more high quality jobs, outranking your competition, no matter how big they are, and showing the areas you serve you're the authority, it isn't a magic trick, all right? There's no genie flying around Google or anything like that. It's literally just a method. But I'm sure you probably don't care that much about more website traffic, right? You care about growing the business, right? Helping your family and your team. So let me show you what this means for your bottom line by actually getting this done, okay? So I did a bit of research, and by the way, this entire breakdown, this is literally just for the city of Greeley alone. Obviously, if we start counting other cities like Firestone, Loveland, other cities, there's way more traffic, okay? But in Greeley, there's actually over 1.7 thousand people searching for HVAC services every single month, as you could see here. Okay. Now, let's do some conservative math here, actually very conservative. And let's say out of those 1,700 people, let's just say only 5% of those people are even convertible. Okay. That would mean an extra 85 potential book jobs for your company every month. All right. Now, let's say you go out there, you take those calls, you do the estimates, and let's say you guys close, 40% of those jobs, right? That would mean an extra 34 closed and booked jobs for your company on a monthly basis. What would this mean for you guys, right? In terms of growing the company, right? Maybe, hiring more guys, right? Keeping them busy around. In terms of revenue, right? So this ain't some pie in the sky thing. This is exactly what happens when HVAC guys get their online presence done correctly. All right. So just to recap what we covered today, first thing would be building a website. When you do that, you want to have at least 2,000 words on your front page with the right keywords. Second thing is going to be citations. So you want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to rank above your competition. And lastly, it's going to be backlinks. Okay, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to yours to show Google and the areas you serve that you guys are the number one choice when it comes to HVAC. And if you implement this, you will be number one. I'm sure you're probably thinking like, dude, listen, I'm a business owner, right? I'm a contractor. I'm not some computer geek, right? Well, look, you could do the number one, take this free blueprint, tackle it yourself, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you want to take the most effective route and save yourself some time, then you could just reply right back to this message, okay? Again, my name's Kyle. I live right here in Colorado, so I even love to meet you in person. But if it's easier, just reply back to this message. My number is 719-396-1510. But at the very least, I hope this is educational for you guys. Showed you a few things you can implement right now to start claiming more high quality jobs and outrank your competition, all right? So at the least, just give me some feedback on this video. Let me know how I did. But other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Get out there and we'll talk soon.